What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're running a team that I showcased in my top Mews team yesterday, Lycanroc, Mew, and Oranguru. Now in yesterday's video we also ran with Primeape on the lead with the same backline. Today we're going to try Lycanroc to see how well it performs in this meta. Alright, getting into the first battle here, we have Lycanroc on the lead versus XL Lickitung. Okay, pretty positive lead for us right here. We will see them eventually swap out, and they do swap out into Trevenant, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Psychic Fangs. And this is what Lycanroc is built for in this meta, to apply that debuff and then come in with a Pokemon like Oranguru, for example, to have that confusion just do that much more damage right here for us. Now we know with Oranguru's typing, we're going to be resisting Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, and Seed Bombs do a decent amount of neutral damage as well. So this is actually going to be a pretty interesting situation right here. I think I'm going to have to throw a charge move because Trevenant is so far ahead on energy, so I will need to throw this foul play in order to either A, force that final shield, or B, take out the Trevenant. So we do take it out. Now, Lickitung is going to go ahead and come back in, but it cannot farm me down. Flat out cannot farm me down, so it's going to have to throw its energy, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and let this go, and we're going to come in with Lycanroc and load up on energy right away. A Switch Clock is now coming back up, and they do decide to bring in a Walrein, so they are extra weak to Lycanroc on this team, which is obviously very advantageous for us, as we can apply the Psychic Fang debuff, and I'm going to go ahead and now swap into Mew, because Lycanroc can close this game for me, while we still apply a lot of neutral pressure here with Dragon Claw. So this might just force the final shield, and it does. That is perfect. We're going to go ahead and let these charge moves go through. There's no reason to shield Mew. Lycanroc is obviously my win condition, and they go for an Earthquake instead right there, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and let them hit me with an Icicle Spear right here. That way they're out of energy, and then I will come in with Lycanroc and close this game out, as we do have two shields right here. So we will be able to counter down, and then we're just going to go for a Stone Edge here versus the XL Lickitung to take it out with a lot of neutral damage. So Lycanroc really doing well in this game. Obviously that's because they did have a Lickitung and Walrein core right there, but either way, good game, very well played. Alright, moving to the next one. Now, this team does get pretty hard countered, and I'm going to show that at the end of the video, so if you're wondering about good counters to this team, you'll see it. But we have Lycanroc here versus Walrein. They decide to swap out in Defense Form Deoxys, so we're going to come straight in with that Mew. Now, this is kind of a tough situation where Mew, with the moveset that I have, is not going to be doing super effective damage to Defense Form Deoxys, so I can't necessarily one-shot it. So I'm going to have to basically just kind of chip it away and maybe have to give up a shield here on my Mew in order to maintain switch advantage. Plus, if we see the Walrein come back in, I will be able to hit it with a Wild Charge, which is obviously very advantageous for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just go for another Dragon Claw right here, hoping this is going to be just enough damage to take it out, but it's not. That is unfortunate. That means I'm going to have to give up a shield right here. So I could have potentially farmed down. I think it would have been really close. But either way, we have a Wild Charge ready to go, so we're going to try to see if we can get to 2 right here. Now, they may not know I have it, but they actually bring in a Trevenant, so I desperately have to throw this Dragon Claw right away, as they will be taking me out, and then we are going to go ahead and go for another one just to do as much chip damage as possible. But we're still sitting in a very good position. Oranguru aligned to Trevenant, and Lycanroc aligned to the Walrein. So we're just going to go ahead and come in and Confusion down right here, as this is a really nice win condition for us. We're obviously not going to be giving up any shields. They are likely going to be swapping out into Walrein as well right here, but they decide not to. That's fine by me. There's the swap, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Lycanroc and just go for a Psychic Fangs, or I should be going for Psychic Fangs, yeah. You want to go for the Psychic Fangs right away, because you just want to apply that debuff and just counter down. So we do get the shield as well, and we're going to try to get to the Psychic Fang, but we don't get to it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and let this charge move go through. It is going to be the Icicle Spear. Barely not enough to take us out, but they go ahead and go for both. I'm going to let this go. I know Lycanroc can take out Walrein, but ultimately Oranguru can win this game for me, because I can just come in and go for a Future Sight right here to take out the Walrein, and then Trevenant has basically no energy and is extremely low, so Confusion is going to be able to take it out, and that is going to be a good battle, very well played. Just goes to show, I think, again, like yesterday's video, Oranguru is pretty much the MVP of this team. All right, so we got a Shadow Machamp. This is like worst case scenario. We're going to come in with Oranguru. We get off 1 Confusion, 2, and we do see an Altaria come in. So this is actually a really unique situation where we can get ourselves shield advantage. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Future Sight, hoping they basically try to let it go, as I won't be giving up a shield right here, and I'm hoping this Future Sight actually just completely KOs the Altaria, but I really desperately need a shield or to take it out, and we do get a shield, so that's okay with me. We're going to come in with Mew now and really load up on energy. I don't know what they have in the back, but my guess right now is Walrein. That's going to be my guess with this team. So I'm going to play to that by having lots of energy on Mew, because a Walrein obviously does not like wild charges, neither does the Machamp. So we're going to shield the Sky Attack, load up on as much energy as we can right here, and then go ahead and throw the Dragon Claw now to take out the Altaria. So let's see what decides to come in. It is going to be... Let's see right here. Please be Walrein. Nope, Cofagrigus. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. We're going to go ahead and go for a Wild Charge right here, and then obviously swap out. And my opponent is going to predict that very well. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Dragon Claw. Actually, I was hoping they'd swap out right there, but they didn't. And I'm now hoping I get a shield from them with this Dragon Claw, but they barely survive, and we both swap out at the exact same time. And they do have a Cross Chop ready to go, which is so unfortunate, as I will have to give up a shield right here. I really don't have a win condition. Had I been able to get a shield with that Dragon Claw, things would have been a lot different, but this Psychic Fangs now is going to be getting the final shield. Machamp is going to farm me down, and they have a Rock Slide ready to go for my Mew, so that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Really tough right there for me, considering there was a Cofagrigus in the back, but it just kind of tore apart my Mew, so that's going to be a good battle. But yeah, really fun team that we are running today, and it can still do well, but we're gonna talk about its hard counter because it's pretty tough to overcome. But we do have Beware on the lead right here. I think they're just gonna stay in and go straight for Superpower, which is fine by me. I will give up a shield, and we're gonna go ahead and go for the Psychic Fangs as well, as it does do super effective damage. Now they do get the Superpower off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shield. Maybe I could have just not thrown Psychic Fangs. I thought they were gonna shield. But we do see a swap out now into a Oranguru, so I'm going to have to actually throw a Psychic Fangs right here. I'm going to build up to the Stone Edge. I'm trying to bait them to shield, knowing that Stone Edge can do a lot of neutral damage, and then swap into a Oranguru, so we do get the shield and apply that defense drop, which is going to come in clutch right here, as Foul Play will just do enough super effective damage. Now, in the mirror fight, they are obviously very far ahead on energy, but I don't need to give up a shield just yet, because I do get to the Foul Play in time to force that final shield from my opponent. If Oranguru goes down, hopefully there's no Lickitung in the back, and it does. Beautiful. Let's see what decides to come in. It is going to be a Frostlass. Okay, this is going to be manageable right here, because we should be able to force a shield with Foul Play. Otherwise, they're throwing their energy right away, and we do get the Foul Play. This is absolutely clutch for us, as it will force that final shield from our opponent, and they're going to look to try to farm down, but I don't think they can. We should be able to get to another one. No, we don't get to another one in time. That is so unfortunate. So my win condition here is letting Lycanroc die. So we're just going to come in with Lycanroc. They throw their energy right away, which is fine by me. And now I can come in with Mew, again with Dragon Claw being such a low energy charge move, and be able to throw it basically right away. So I'm going to go ahead and shield. Now I need to be careful about the Beware Sack swap as well. I don't want to be dumping energy into that, and they actually decide to swap into it right away. So I'm going to overload just a bit and go for a Dragon Claw here, as now I am one fast move away from taking out the Frostlass with a second Dragon Claw. So that is going to be a good battle. Very well played to my opponent. Kind of close one right there. But either way, I think Dragon Claw really comes in clutch in a lot of these situations against Frostlass. So good battle. All right, moving into the next one. We hit Veteran, by the way, so we hit 2,500 with this team. We got Lycanroc now versus Shadow Snorlax. Obviously, pretty positive lead right here. They will decide to swap out into a Shadow Hypno, so we're going to go ahead and come in with the Mew. In hindsight, maybe could have come in with a Oranguru in this situation. But either way, Mew, I think, is still going to be pretty strong. So we might be able to force a shield as well with Dragon Claw. But we're going to go ahead and shield the potential Shadow Ball. I believe that was 5. I might have miscounted on my end, but I was doing these battles late last night. It was 10 p.m., and I'm usually not up that late. But we're going to go ahead and try to farm down, but I'm going to commit to just going for another Dragon Claw right here. I really want to force a shield on their end or just keep Mew healthy. And we do get a shield, so that is fine by me. I will go ahead and shield as well, and then just farm down because I want to keep Lycanroc aligned to the Snorlax. Now, we are able to farm down. Snorlax is going to be coming back in, and we should be able to get to a Wild Charge in time right here. This does so much damage in the matchup. I think a little bit over 50%. Yeah, a little bit over. And we're actually going to swap into a Rangaroo now and just Confusion down. And they're not swapping out, so obviously they're weak in the back, and it is actually going to be a Rangaroo mirror match right here. So things are looking very good as we are far ahead on energy. And these foul plays obviously are doing super effective damage. So we should be able to get to another one in time. Remember, we still have our Lycanroc as well and a Mew with a decent amount of energy. We are able to win CMP tie as well, unless they're trying to go for an overfarm right here because they will be able to shield. No, it was CMP. So this is actually going to be pretty close as we can survive the foul play right here. But it's going to be a matter of if they can Confusion me down in time, and actually they can. So this is actually pretty devastating for me. I think my Mew is very close to Dragon Claw, so I will come in with that. Yeah, we're going to come in with the Mew. 1, 2, I do get to the Dragon Claw in time, which is beautiful. And then we're going to swap right away into our Lycanroc right here to take out the Snorlax, but they throw the charge move right away. This is going to be superpower. And my goodness, Lycanroc, please survive. Superpower. Boom! Nearly one-shots, but we survive and counter down, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Alright, moving into the next battle right here. We have Lycanroc on the lead versus Greedent. Greedent is one of those Pokemon that can do very well against this team. Now, we see a Galvantula come in, and I just blind swap into a Rangaroo, and Galvantula is a really good answer to a Rangaroo. It has access to lunge. This is a bad call by me. It is going to be a lunge that is massive, super effective damage, but at least we can get ourselves shield advantage right here, but ultimately Galvantula, I'm just like, oh no, this thing can tear apart my team, and Confusion is actually doing a lot of damage right here, which is very nice for me, but they are able to fully farm town and take switch advantage, so things are not looking good. We're going to come in with Lycanroc right here and try to counter down. I'm also going to go ahead and let the lunge go through. It's going to hurt, but my goodness. I'm going to be able to farm down. Nope, they get to another charge move. So Galvantula just tearing me apart right now. Galvantula is honestly a good call in this meta. So we're going to go ahead and farm down. We're going to see a Greedent come back in. So we're just going to go ahead and go straight for the Stone Edge right here to do as much damage as we can. And my hope is that there's Wall Rain in the back considering they came in with Greedent. Now I have to swap into Mew. This is so bad. I'm having to swap a Mew into a Greedent, which is a normal typing with access to Crunch, and has the fast move of Bullet Seed, which is just devastating. So I'm going to go ahead, and we just have to let this go through. They haven't swapped out yet, so my hope is that Mew can survive with Crunch and Wild Charge. We're just going to load up on energy and just go for the Wild Charge right here. Hail Mary it in case they decide to no-shield. And they do no shield. Okay, what's in the back? It's going to be a Pidgeot. Now, there's one Gust, there's two Gusts. We're going to go for Dragon Claw right here, which is, again, very low energy. It gets the shield. We do one more Wild Charge before that Gust right there, and we're able to get it off, or one more Shadow Claw to get the Wild Charge off. Super effective damage. We come in with Lycanroc and counter down, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Were you worried? I was too. Alright, moving into the next battle, we have Lycanroc on the lead versus Defense Form Deoxys. Alright, this is the team that hard counters this line. We're going to swap, or I'm deciding to stay in right here and go for a Stone Edge because I can't safely swap into a Rangaroo because Defense Form Deoxys does so well against it. So I'm going to go ahead and let the Rock Slide go through and just go for a Stone Edge on my side. And then come in with Mew. to basically just start loading up on energy. Now we do get a shield as well, which again, I'm like, okay, cool. Mew can come in and really do some damage. They swap into Greedent, so they have Defense Form Deoxys and Greedent, and I think you guys can figure out what the ABB line is. It's Defense Form Deoxys, XL Lickitung, and Greedent. So obviously completely hard walling me, which is definitely tough. There's no play I can do against this team. I mean, unless I just swap into a Rangaroo right away, maybe. But at least Future Sight still slaps. That's so much damage right there. We're going to let this crunch go through. Again, I'm banking on there not being an XL Lickitung, and they decide to come in with XL Lickitung, and for the first time, I'm just going to surrender. I'm like, this is so far over right there. But either way, really good game. This team was a lot of fun to use, but you guys saw how well it can perform, even in some lead-loss situations. But it definitely gets hard-walled by the double normal backline of Greedent and XL Lickitung, so watch out for that. But overall, I think it was pretty fun. I think the biggest takeaway from this team and yesterday's team is a Rangaroo. I think it's incredibly strong, has great neutral damage on the meta, and it's something you guys need to definitely add to your roster. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.